In this short video, I want to provide a brief orientation to the Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. ECO consists of 5 volumes, numbered A through E. The first volume, A, has all openings that do not begin with E4 or D4, as well as a few others that begin that way but then follow what is perhaps considered unusual responses by black. Second volume covers the Sicilian defense, E4, C5, and openings beginning with E4 that do not have the Sicilian defense, the standard E5 response, or the French defense. Volume C is the French defense and what are called the open games. Volume D are openings beginning with D4, D5, D4 knight F6, C4, G6 with D5, and volume E are other openings beginning D4, knight F6, C4, E6, and D4, knight F6, C4, G6 without D5. There are 500 codes in the ECO, in the Encyclopedia of Chess Openings. Each of the 5 letters have 100 codes numbered 00 to 99. So for example, the Trompowsky attack is part of the A45 ECO code. The exchange French is part of the C01 code. The Berlin defense to the Spanish is C65 through C67. And of course, the most popular lines being played today are C67. The Grunfeld defense covers 30 ECO codes from D70 to D99. I now have ECO open in electronic format in the Chess Informant Expert Reader. We can take a look at the Berlin defense by clicking C6, 7 here. And then we see a number of different possibilities. Let's just go to start with line 14. So we'll double click here. Go back to the beginning just to get some orientation here. So we have E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, bishop B5, that's the Spanish opening. Knight F6 is the Berlin defense. Normal move for white is to castle. There are some alternatives. Then black snaps off a pawn, and white begins to open the center. The bishop captures the pawn. And here we have a pretty standard position in the Berlin defense, and white's going to exchange queens to deprive black of castling. Now, here we see that ECO offers us a number of choices. Their main line for this particular line, C67, line 14. The main line here is rook to D1, but here we also look at bishop to G5, C4, knight B D2. There's a reference game there in volume 64 of the Chess Informant publication. It might be kind of interesting to take a look at. So we'll look at that. Knight B D2. Plays H6. An interesting move, H3. Bishop D6. Another interesting move, driving the knight away. And ECO tells us that this position is unclear and was played in Vanderville Lingatnau in Louisville, 1995. If you have the Chess Informants installed, then you can right-click here, go to reference numbers, and we want to look at this game in 64304. So up, and it takes it a minute. It thinks it can't find it, but there it is. And now we can actually play through this entire game that we found via ECO. And in this particular case, we see that Vanderville won the game and annotated it for Chess Informant. So having the whole game score like this is not an inherent feature of ECO, but is something that you find in the Chess Informant publications. And the nice thing about the electronic format of the publications and Chess Informant Expert is ECO and every volume of Chess Informant are well integrated together so that it's very easy to go to a reference game. It's a great tool. It's one I use with some frequency, and it can be quite overwhelming in the amount of data it offers.